Hi, good morning everyone. Today I was thinking we would do a few more forward bends, a little bit more hamstring stuff than usual. I want to work our way to Bird of Paradise. We do that from time to time, and if you remember, we work our way to extended side angle. Usually we do the warrior poses, extended side angle, we do the bind, and then we hop the back foot forward and balance on one foot, and we try and extend the top leg. So having open hamstrings is really good for that. That's why we're going to work on the hamstrings a little bit more to begin with. If the bind is a struggle for you, just stick with the regular extended side angle, just rest the forearm on the leg. So this is extended side angle, as you know, this pose. So just hang out here as the bind is difficult, and in the bind you want to try and open up the chest to the side of the room. Otherwise it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's a fun pose. Sitting comfortably, close the eyes, sit tall, and just rest the back of the hands on the knees. And I like to create a circle with the thumb and the index finger. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll just check the body, just observe the body, grounding the sit bones, keeping the back neutral, trying to get a little taller, opening the chest, the collarbone, chin tucked, head back, and then bring focus, attention to the breath, starting to take longer, deeper breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Long, slow, deep breaths. Each inhale trying to pull in a little bit more air. Each exhale trying to make it as long as the inhale. Now most of the time we breathe in and out through the nose, but what we're going to do today, we're actually going to breathe in, a little bit of practice here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So take a deep breath in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Calming kind of breath. If you find you're getting stressed, you're doing something that's a bit stressful, breathe in deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, you're trying to relax totally. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 or 3 more at your pace. It's like you're trying to get the mirror in the bathroom steamed up. One more. And then regular breathing. Open the eyes if they're closed. Interlace the fingers. Extend the arms forward, trying to get the arms straight and parallel to the ground. Shoulders back, sit tall. Just stretching out the arms, the hands. And then we're going to start bringing the arms up, framing the face. Eventually, might not be there yet, so if it's too much on the shoulders, just bring the arms a little bit further forward, a little bit lower. But hopefully it feels good with just the arms extended up to the ceiling. Shoulder, you're trying to pull the shoulders down, shoulder blades down. And then we interlace the hands behind us. We pull the shoulders down, shoulder blades together, and looking up as you hinge forward, go as far as you can, then tuck the chin and start bringing the arms higher. They might not go very high, which is okay. And then just sort of let it relax. Just back off the stretch just slightly. Try and relax in the shoulders. And then see if you can go a little deeper. That's a technique I like to use. I just back off, relax a little, breathe, and then see if the body is okay with going a little deeper. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then we come up. We extend the right arm forward, parallel to the ground, shoulder back. You're going to pull that arm in towards you, stretching out the upper arm, the deltoid. Inhale, getting tall. Exhale, we squeeze that arm in a little closer. Nice stretch across the upper arm in particular for me. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then we switch, extending the other arm forward, shoulder back. You're pulling that arm in closer, getting taller on the inhale. Exhale, we go a little deeper. Another shoulder stretch, eagle arms. We extend the arms to the side. Nice lines of energy through the arms, but you're trying to relax the shoulders. Make sure the hands are nicely lined up with the arms. Don't let the hands drop or fingers come up. Nice alignment there. We bring the right arm under the left arm, and we either get the back of the hands facing each other. They don't have to be too close if that's too much. Or you can bring the fingers of one hand into the palm of the other. Then touch the nose with the thumb. And then bring those arms up. Or if you prefer, you can keep the arms down. I like to bring them up. And this is a good stretch across the upper back between the shoulder blades. And breathe. Extend the arms to the side again. And then bring the left arm under the right arm. Maybe touch the nose. Bring the arms up if it feels good. Get tall and hang out here. And release, and then just work on the shoulders a little bit, loosening up. Become still. On the inhale, pull the shoulders up towards the ears as high as you can. Exhale, let go. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, let go. One more, inhale. Exhale, let go. Bring the chin to the chest. Few little head rotations, circling the head in one direction, nice and slow. We'll do about 3 rotations. And just notice any tight areas, any creaks, any cracks in the neck. I have a few. Hopefully nothing to worry about. And we end up with the chin at the chest. And then we circle in the other direction. And again, we end up with the chin at the chest. And we bring the head back up. So let's go into gate pose. So come high up on your knees. And extend your right leg over to the side. Kneecap toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And you're going to slide that right hand down the leg. Inhale the other arm up. So we're going to get a side stretch on this one. So we're trying to get that length. And then we bring that top arm over the head, looking up slightly. And breathe. We transition to the other side, extending the other leg out, so the toes are pointing to the side of the mat, the edge of the mat, and then, no, we're bringing the leg straight, right? And we slide that hand down, inhale the arm, other arm up, reaching up, get as much length as you can before you take this, before you go deeper into that stretch, and breathe. Inhale, we come back up. Come onto your hands and knees. Cat-cow a few times. You do a lot of cat-cow, right? I think this is a nice one to warm the spine up. Inhale, belly down, head up. Exhale, round in the back and tucking the chin. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. So we're trying to get that back warmed up. We're trying to get a little bit more space between the vertebrae, and this is a good one for that. We're synchronizing the movement with the breath, and I usually like to start the movement from the base of the spine, working my way up into the neck. The next time you're in cat, the back is rounded, the chin is tucked. We're going to hold it for 2 or 3 breaths, pulling the belly into the spine. Then we come into cow and hold this pose. Now this time we're going to glue the hands to the mat and try and pull the hands towards the knees. And this is going to engage the core. You're going to feel that core working. And then neutral back. Make sure there's room behind you. And we bring the right arm up. Now if this one bothers the wrist, what you can do, you can make a fist with the hand and come onto your knuckles like this, if it's easier. Because as we lunge forward, which we want to do to gain strength, it's going to put a little bit more pressure on the wrist. So if it's too much, just make a fist with that hand. Keep the other hand, the top hand, lined up, well, a bit higher. Well, it's higher than the shoulder if you can. And the palm is facing midline, thumb up towards the ceiling. And the more you lunge forward, the more you're going to feel you're having to work on this one. And if you want a little bit more challenge, opposite leg comes up. You're still lunging forward and you breathe. Bottom arm is working a lot as well. And then we switch. You're either on the palm or the knuckles. You bring the other arm up, thumb facing up. You bring the whole body forward, keeping that front arm high. And then maybe opposite leg comes up. And breathe, keep lunging forward. Not as easy as it looks. And then we come into child's pose and just take a little breather. Back on your hands and knees. Thread the needle. Take the right arm behind the left arm. You're resting on the right arm, the right side of the face. Left hand pushed into the ground, elbow up towards the ceiling. You reaching with that bottom arm, trying to get a little deeper stretch in the back. If you want, you can bring the left arm up behind the back, reaching for the inside of the thigh. We switch to the other side. Come onto your hands and knees, and then thread the left arm behind the right. Optionally, right arm up behind the back, reaching for the inside of the thigh. And then we unwind and we come into Sphinx. Elbows under the shoulders. We make fists with the hands, we tuck the toes, and we bring the hips up into a forearm plank. Try not to sink between the shoulder blades. You're breathing, you're not holding the breath. If this is tough, you can bring the knees down. We bring the toes closer to each other, and if you want more challenge, we bring one leg up for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We switch legs, other leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring the knees down, we walk the knees underneath the hips. Palms together, elbows no wider than shoulders. Dolphin, hips up and back. Head should be off the ground, you're pushing the forearms into the ground, especially the elbows. You're pushing the mat away from you, trying to straighten that line out. Elbows, shoulders to hips. We're trying to get into a straight line. Might happen, it might not. Each breath you can go a little deeper. Inhaling, exhaling. You're trying to straighten that line out a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. A couple more breaths. We bring the knees down. We bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. We start walking the dog, bending one knee as you straighten the opposite leg. Taking your time here, it's a walk, it's not a run. It's a slow walk. We hold one leg straight, one knee bent. Then we can focus on getting a deeper downward facing dog. Pushing the hands into the ground, armpits towards the ground. You're looking at the feet. You're getting the head a little bit lower. And then we switch legs, other leg straight, other knee bent. And then we look forward, we walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale as you fold forward, relaxing the head. Inhale, use that core as you come up. And then into mountain. Let me just face you. I can maybe go a little bit further back. Might be a better view. So let's do some flow. Come to the front of the mat. Inhale as you bring the arms up. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. We come into plank. Knees down, elbows in, chin, chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra, opening that chest. Exhale, down dog. Take about 3 breaths here. We look forward, we jump or walk forward between the hands. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, we sweep those arms up. Exhale, into mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. We're in plank. Knees down, chin, chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, extended down dog, stack the hips, opening that hip, bending the top knee. Keep the hands solidly on the ground. We're trying to get the hips facing the side of the room. We switch. Top foot down, other leg comes up. We stack the hips, bending that top knee. Top foot joins the bottom foot. We look forward, jump or walk forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale folding forward, head relaxed. Core breath brings us up. Back into mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. Jump or walk back into Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, see if you can touch the right elbow with the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee towards the chin. Inhale, extend. Top foot joins the bottom foot. We inhale the other leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee towards the chin. Inhale, extend. Top foot joins the bottom foot. We hang out in downward facing dog or child's pose. We look forward, we walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up, exhale folding forward. Inhale sweeping the arms up and then back into mountain. This time we're going to start off in chair. Inhaling into chair. Exhale folding forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale we plant the hands, come into plank. Chaturanga, or knees chin chest to ground, keeping those elbows in, opening up the chest, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through, warrior one. So I started doing the mirror image. We add a little bit of a back bend, we take a breath or two, and then we just flow to the other side. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale the other leg up. It's going to be your left leg. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. Warrior one on the other side. Breath or two. And then back into plank. Chaturanga, release chin chest to ground. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, and we hang out in down dog. We look forward, jump or walk forward, inhaling halfway up, exhale folding forward, knees bent, we're in chair, and then we come all the way up. We'll add warrior two. Inhale into chair. Exhale folding forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale we plant the hands. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale we sweep that foot through. Warrior one. Next exhale warrior two. Inhale reverse warrior. And then we flow to the other side. A little bit faster this time. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. Inhaling into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale into plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and hold. We look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, knees bent. We're in chair, and then we come back into mountain. You guys are getting warm. We're generating internal heat here. Inhale into chair. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. Jump or walk back, chaturanga. Up dog, opening that chest, looking up. Exhale, down dog. Engage the core when you're in up dog or cobra. Keep that back safe. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. We come into warrior one. We exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So we're just going to hold extended side angle. We're not going into bird of paradise just yet. We'll save that for a little while. So in regular extended side angle, my back foot is solidly on the ground. I'm trying to get 90 at that front knee, and I'm opening the chest towards the side of the room. Top hand, if you check the top hand, it should be lined up with the arm, and that top arm lined up with the ribs, which is lined up with that back leg. So straight, basically a straight line from the hand all the way through that back foot. We come back into warrior, regular warrior two, reverse warrior, and then we flow to the other side. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. Warrior one on the other side. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. And maybe you can go a little deeper if you want. So I'm just gradually walking that front foot a little bit forward. I'm breathing. I'm looking up towards the ceiling, trying to get a straight line top hand to that back foot. Back into warrior two, reverse warrior, and then into plank. And let's hold plank. So check the feet out. So look at the feet and try and get the toes underneath the heels. So you may be wiggling the toes back. Focus on the shoulders, try not to sink down like this, so you're lifting up between the shoulder blades. We then bring the right hand to center and we come into a side plank. Bottom knee can be down or top foot can be down in front of you. If you want more challenge, you can bring the top leg up and look up towards the ceiling. We come back into plank, hold plank. So my take on yoga is we're trying not only to build, not only to increase flexibility, but we're trying to build strength as well. So we've got a nice balance. Side plank other side. Bottom knee can be down or top foot down in front of you. Or you just stack the feet and you can bring that top leg up if you want. Back into plank and then child's pose. We haven't done many child's poses yet, so just hang out, just totally relax. From child's pose, come onto your hands and knees, downward facing dog. So from here we're going to go into pyramid, which is a bit of a hamstring stretch. So we're going to bring that right foot forward. So the feet, not quite as much distance as in warrior two, but the warrior two feet, but you're not quite so much distance. Then we're going to take the arms behind, holding on to the opposite elbows. Or if you're super flexible, you could do reverse Namaste. To get into reverse Namaste, I get contact between my fingertips and then I start sliding the hands up the back as much as I can. And then I bring the palms together, opening the chest. If that's not for you, just hold on to the opposite elbows. Next, we straighten that front leg. So both legs are straight and we hinge at the hips, bringing the torso parallel to the floor. And this is going to give you a nice stretch at the back of that front leg. You're breathing, you're looking directly down at the mat. We come up, stay in reverse Namaste, or holding onto the elbows, and we swivel on the heels, straightening the front leg, and then we hinge forward again, stretching out the back of the other leg. We come back up, and then we face forward, and we release the arms. Feels good. Shaking the arms out. We take the feet nice and wide, getting the edges of the feet parallel to each other. We hinge at the hips, and this is going to stretch out the back of the legs too, but also down the inside of the legs. We bring the hands underneath the shoulders, maybe on a block. We're trying to get the back pretty neutral, trying not to round the back. If your back is rounded, come higher, hands on a block. The feet, try and keep the outer edges of the feet pushed into the mat. And then we bend one knee as we straighten the opposite leg. And we're just going to go from side to side with the breath. Inhale up, exhale over to the other side. Moving with the breath. Take your time. And this is going to probably you'll feel this more in the inside of the legs, stretching out the adductors. That's where I feel it. And you can probably go a little bit lower with each exhale, a little deeper into the stretch. And then we come back up. Try this. Be careful with this one, but see how it goes. We're going to walk the hands over to the right foot. And you're going to take hold of the right ankle with the left hand. Other hand is above the bottom hand. You're going to lean a little bit more on the toes, and you're bringing that lower elbow closer towards the ground, and you're relaxing the head. And then we walk the hands over to the other foot, reaching for the left ankle with the right hand above the right hand, and then we lean forward, hinging at the hips, getting that right elbow a little closer to the ground. It might be that the elbow's way off the ground, no worries, don't force yourself, and just find what's good for you and just take a few breaths. And then we release, we walk the hands back under the shoulders, and we start walking the feet together, heel toe, heel toe. And then we start rolling up. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale back into mountain. Okay. Couple of standing poses. I haven't forgotten that bird of paradise. We're working our way to that. So we're going to do some standing poses first. Let's work our way to tree pose. So balance on your right foot. Bring the left foot inside that leg. And then bring the palms together. Get tall. Broaden across the collarbone. Relax the shoulders. Get focus on something not moving, engage the muscles of the standing leg, and whenever you're ready, if you haven't done so, you can bring the arms up and just hang out here. nice pose for strengthening that standing leg. We get a hip opener. It's a challenge for the balance as well. So this is a good one to do. We bring the hands down. We shake the arms out. Move those shoulders. And then we work on to the other side. You're on the left foot, right foot is inside the leg. Try and get it above the knee. Don't push the foot into the knee joint. Palms together, shoulders relaxed. Focus on something, and when you're ready, the arms can come up. And we release. Extend the arms to the side. Feet together, feet parallel. Bring the right arm under the left arm. Eagle arms. Into chair. Bring the right leg on top of the left leg. Squeeze the legs together. Maybe hook the foot. Sometimes it'll happen, sometimes it won't. Be mindful of the knee, don't hurt the knee. Sit lower, lean back, start lifting the arms up and breathe. Release. Shake everything out. Move the shoulders. Extend the arms to the side. Lines of energy. Shoulders relaxed, just like in warrior poses. Left arm under right arm. Into chair. Left leg on top. Squeeze the legs. You've got to squeeze the legs to have any chance of hooking that foot. We center the arms, we lean back, we sit a little deeper. Maybe bring the arms up. Take a breath or two, or three. And release. Shake everything out. Stand on the right foot. Hold onto the left knee. If you're super flexible, what you could do instead is hold on to the big toe of that left foot and extend the leg. And then take the leg over to the side. If that's not working for you, you hold on to the knee and you take the leg over to the side like this. Remember, yoga is knowing what the body can do, staying within your comfort zone. Don't force yourself into something that doesn't feel right. If you're struggling too much, just try and find a bit of a modification. Some of us are okay with the leg straight, some of us need to bend the knee. It's not a competition. And then we switch to the other side. Holding onto the knee or onto the big toe. Hold onto the knee if you need to, if you can't get the leg straight while you're holding onto the toe. And then we take the leg over to the side. And then we bring it back to center and release. It gives you a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Another good way to stretch out the hamstring is just with a standard, just any forward bend, whether it's seated or standing. We'll do a standing forward bend. So we're going to bend the knees and we've got this little hinge at the top of the femurs. And we rest the belly on the legs. Head is totally relaxed. And then we take hold of the back of the ankles. And you're going to try and keep contact between the belly and the legs as you straighten the legs a little bit more. So we're just trying to get a stretch at the back of the legs, nothing too intense. Head is totally relaxed. If you feel anything in the back, it should be just a gentle stretch. If it's hurting, bend the knees, keep the back happy. And then we bend the knees even more as we come back up, inhaling as we bring the arms up, and then exhaling back into mountain. Okay, bird of paradise. Let's just go straight into extended side angle. So we've done this once, we've warmed up, the quads have been strengthened with the chair poses, we've stretched out the hamstrings, we've done a little bit of hip work by doing the warrior two poses and the eagle poses. So we're all warmed up. So extended side angle, nice straight line from that top hand to that back foot. Then we slide that lower hand down to the ground. Now, if you can get the hand down to the ground and the chest is open towards the side of the room, you can probably take the bind. So I'm bringing that lower arm centered on the thigh, not under the crutch. I'm hooking the fingers and then I open back up. Take your time. If you can do the bind like this, you can go into bird of paradise. If you like this, with the chest facing the ground, and you can't open up, come back into this pose. I know some of you are going to ignore me, because I know you ignore me when we're in a regular class, but never mind. But that's my advice. Back foot joins the front foot. We balance on the foot we just brought forward, and we're still in the bind. And then we try and straighten that top leg. This is where we need a stretchy hamstring. Trying to straighten that top leg. And you're breathing. We come out the way we came in. Top foot comes down, we're keeping the bind. We hop back, the other foot, forearm onto that front leg. We're back in regular extended side angle. And then we come up. And we swivel on the heels. And extended side angle on the other side. Take your time. We're either going to hang out here, or we lower the bottom hand, centering it on the thigh. We hook the fingers and we open up. And if you can open up, you can hop that back foot towards the front foot. We balance on that foot and we lift up the other leg and we extend the leg. And we come out of the pose the way we came in and then back up. Okay? Extended side angle. Which way did we do it last time? We did the right foot forward. Right foot forward. Take the bind. Open up. Back foot joins the front foot. We bounce on that foot. And then we try and extend the leg, top leg. And you're breathing. We come out the way we came in. Back into extended side angle. And then we come back up. You can do warrior two if you want. We switch. Extended side angle, other side. We take the bind. Opening up the chest to the side of the room. We hop that back foot forward. Might take a couple of hops. We're balancing on that foot. And then maybe extend that top leg. Top foot joins the bottom foot. We come out and we come out the way we came in. Back into extended side angle. Warrior 2, reverse warrior, into plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, child's pose, and relax. Good job. Not an easy pose. It's quite an advanced pose. If you're not there, don't worry about it. As I say, we're not competing here. Come into a seated position, staff pose, Dandasana. If you have a strap handy. Either we're going to hold on to the big toes, the outer edges of the feet. If you can't reach the feet, use a strap. Straps are your friend. We inhale as we sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, reaching for the feet with the strap if necessary. Then I'll come up a little bit, still holding onto the feet, and I just rock from side to side, trying to get a little bit more space in the hips. I'm coming up slightly, then I'm trying to bring those hips forward, trying to take out the roundness of the back before I go into a deeper forward bend. Forward bends, be really mindful of the lower back, don't let it hurt. Keep yourself nice and safe and breathe. I'm going to do a little bit more rocking and just hold on to this for a breath or two or three. And then we come back up. We take the right leg, so I'm just going to help it with my fingers under the knee, and we bring the right foot into the inside of the left leg. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, we hinge forward. We're holding onto the left foot, and you can use the strap again if you want. I come up a little bit, pulling the hips forward, and then gently fold forward and breathe. I find not only is it a hamstring stretch, but it's a gentle stretch in the lower back on one side more so than the other side. We switch legs, assisting the legs with the hands, and sometimes I'll grab the extra flesh underneath the sit bones, just pull it out, get a little bit more room there. Other side, inhale the arms up, exhale hinging forward, holding onto the foot, using the strap if you need to. We come up, we pull the hips forward, and then we hinge forward and take a few breaths here. We come back up. We extend both legs forward again. We place the hands so the fingers are lined up with the hips, and then we walk the feet in closer. We're going to do reverse tabletop. We bring the hips up. You can keep the chin tucked or carefully let the head go back. Arms working a lot on this one, and breathe. And then we come down. We extend the legs, keeping the hands in the same position, so the fingers lined up with the hips, fingers pointing towards the front of the mat. Reverse plank this time. We bring the hips up, this time the legs straight, and you're going to try and touch the ground with the toes. Head back carefully and breathe. And then we come down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward again. Rocking from side to side. Come up slightly, hips forward into the forward bend. And breathe. We come back up, bringing the hands under the knees and positioning yourself into Baddha Konasana. We rock, and as you rock, you're getting a little closer to the feet. Become still. Get a neutral back. Sit on a block or a cushion if you can't get a neutral back, and if your knees are too high. If your knees are too high, your back is rounded, sit on something. Also known as butterfly pose, so we flap the wings of the butterfly. And then, just like before, we're trying to use the strength of the arms so we can pull those hips slightly forward, trying to get the back neutral. And then we try and encourage the knees closer and closer to the ground. Stretching out the inside of the hips and breathe here. Nice hip opener, Baddha Konasana. And then we release. We keep the left, why don't you keep your right foot pulled in actually. Keep your right foot pulled in. We're going to go into a seated twist. Taking the left foot to the inside of the knee or the outside, and we twist to your left side, because I'm doing the mirror image. You can hug the knee or you can bring the arm outside. Try and keep the shoulders soft. If you find if the arm's outside the knee and you're hunched up with the shoulder, just hug the knee, make it easier. Other hand behind you. Inhale, getting tall, exhale into the twist. Inhale, we unwind. We switch legs. And we take the twist in the other direction. Inhaling, getting taller, exhaling into the twist. And then we unwind. And we come onto our backs. And we're going to do a reclined pigeon. So on your back, walk the feet in nice and close. Bring the outer of the left foot onto the right leg and pull those legs in towards you, stretching out the outside of the hip. A little bit of rocking, side to side, massaging the back. Then we switch. Recline pigeon on the other side. A little bit of rocking. We pull both knees in. We come into happy baby. Quite a lot of arm strength. You're trying to get the tailbone as low as you can. Knees are bent, pulling the knees closer to the ground. And then let's hold on to the big toes. Palms facing each other. First two fingers thumb around the big toe. We see if we can get the legs into a V shape. You pull in the shoulders away from the ears, tailbone towards the ground. Trying to extend those legs. They might not get straight, but that's the direction we're heading. And we're getting another stretch down the inside of the legs. Full body stretch, legs extended, arms extended over the head. Pulling the hips away from the feet, pulling the back away from the hips. A little bit of length in the neck. Trying to tuck the chin and bring the back of the head to the ground. Bit of a side stretch, getting into a banana shape on one side. And then on the other side, and then recenter and come into Shavasana. Arms either side of you, palms up, eyes closed, just totally relax. Just working your way from the feet up the body, make sure you're not holding tension. Just letting yourself sink into the ground. Keeping attention on the breath. Just regular breathing, but just focus on the breath. And then just spread the fingers, the toes, and relax. And then again, spreading out the fingers and the toes. Relax. One more time, spreading the toes, the fingers. Relax. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And you can hang out in Shavasana if you're ready to come out. Walk the feet in. Eyes closed as you roll over to the side and take a breath or two. And then come up into a seated position. Inhale as you bring the arms up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, keeping the palms together. Hands to the forehead. Namaste.